Man, that music a little creepy, isn't it?
Yeah, man, that's some creepy music, but hey, we in the month of October
It's the
now,
month
man.
of October, man. Halloween, man. Shout out to Restless Mind Music for that theme song. The theme song for this month,
Yeah,
Halloween.
that's right.
Man, I'm your man, Bruce L. Nix Jr.
And I'm your man, JT.
Man, we like to welcome you guys to this edition of the 515 Real to Real podcast, man. Man, so how's your week, man?
Man, the week has been good, man. I hadn't had too much going on. We have a project that we're working on right now, I've been busy writing and trying to make my sensei proud, and things like that. But shout out to Derek. But man, just staying busy, bro. Trying to make it happen.
Staying busy.
What about
a great thing. Same thing, man. Just been working. Like I have this one particular project, documentary I've been working on.
Yep.
Man, it's been a process, man. We've been working on this one for like over 10 years now.
Yeah.
And we're close to the tail end of it, man. So I'm really excited about getting that done. And then of course, projects we're working on.
Yeah,
so
man.
Always,
I definitely can't wait to see that documentary, man. That's gonna be dope.
Yeah. Powerful story, and you guys will hear a lot more about that in the weeks and months to come. But as for right now, man, we have a lot to get to today.
Yeah.
One of the topics we'll be talking about for take 2. We'll be talking about James Bond news, man. It's under Amazon Studios now.
Yeah.
Director Denis Villeneuve has been announced as the director of this latest edition of the James Bond franchise.
And that's going to be dope.
And, he's one of the best directors out there today, man.
Yeah.
And so interested to see what's going on with that. And also they're looking for a new James Bond, a younger James Bond, matter of fact. So
I was going to put my name in the hat, but then you said younger.
Younger, yeah, so I guess that just kind of takes us out.
Yeah, just takes us on.
Yeah, man. But that's our take 2. And then for 2 snaps today, we'll be reviewing 2 different projects.
That's right.
I'll be talking a little Gen V, which is associated with The Boys. It's a spinoff of the hit series The Boys on Amazon Prime. And JT, what will you be talking about?
I'll be talking about the new Netflix movie, Ruth and Boaz.
Man, it sounds like a great project, man. Can't wait to hear more about it.
Yeah. It was good. It was good. But I'm gonna tell you about it.
Awesome. And in today's Be Kind Rewind, we will be talking about
Scream.
Man, it's that month, we'll be talking about the movie Scream, and I'm excited to talk about that. I love the movie Scream. It's one of my favorite horror films.
Yes.
And one of my favorite movie villains, man.
Okay.
Well, I'll say this: movie villains in terms of scary horror films.
Gotcha. I get you.
So I love Ghostface Killer.
Ghostface.
Yeah, love Ghostface. Yeah. And for our main topic, we'll be talking about an actress you probably haven't heard of yet, but a very controversial actress.
Yeah, she is.
Tilly Norwood.
Yeah, Tilly Norwood, man.
And in case you guys haven't heard of Tilly Norwood is an all AI actress.
Yeah, 100% AI generated, man.
Yeah, 100%.
And they're talking that she could possibly be the next Scarlett Johansson.
Which is crazy, and she's actually being sought after to be represented by some agencies, talent agencies. So that'll be our main topic discussion.
Yeah.
Man. So
it's crazy.
It is crazy, man. But it's kind of just showcasing where we are today.
Oh, brother.
So a lot to get to. So while we're at it, we're going to go ahead and get into it with our headlines. Man, so off the top, man, one of the things, I saw recently is that Tyler Perry put out a post with the cast of Why Did I Get Married?
Yes, Why Did I Get Married? Again.
So it's official. Tyler Perry is bringing back the Why Did I Get Married franchise.
Yeah, man.
So again, it's official, man. He's bringing back Why Did I Get Married with Why Did I Get Married Again? And most of the original cast is coming back with Jill Scott, Richard T. Jones, Tasha Smith, Michael Jai White, Lamont Rooker, and Sharon Lee are all set to reprise their roles in the film. Additions to the cast include some notable names, mostly Taraji P. Henson, man, big name. Not sure the role she'll be playing, but Taraji P. Henson will be in it, as well as Da Vinci, who is one of the stars on the hit series BMF. Also, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but, we've seen the cast and One noticeable person that's missing is Janet Jackson.
I was gonna say that, man. If you gave me the opportunity, I was gonna say Janet Jackson.
Well, I had to bring that up because I know how huge of a fan of Janet Jackson you are.
Man, please.
And
brother,
I'm just saying. So I mean,
that's the one thing, Tyler. I don't know what was up with that or whatever, but Janet called me, so we could talk about it. But I want to know why she's not in this movie.
I mean, it's a good question to ask, man, because she played such a major role in the first two films.
Definitely. And what we know in the second film, after her lecture, she ended up meeting another guy. So they probably
it was The Rock.
Yeah, so they probably they probably on vacation.
Where's Janet and The Rock, man? Why is The Rock not in this film? No Rock?
No. Where's Janet and Johnny in this film? That's what we need to be asking. Where's Janet and Johnny in this film?
Too funny. Okay, but let's talk about it.
Okay.
Are you excited for this film, especially knowing that Janet isn't in it? Or as of right now, we don't know. She could cameo.
She could cameo. We don't know. But the first two films were good.
The first film was good.
You don't like the second one?
The first film was good.
Okay. I don't.
The first film was good.
Lord.
Like the first film, I consider to be one of Tyler Perry's best films.
Okay.
It's like in my top two. Like it might be number one, but I think that Why Did I Get Married and The Family That Prays are my top two films by Tyler Perry.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. I thought those were excellent films.
I can see that, but still, again, these two films were good to me.
Okay.
They were good to me, and I wasn't expecting a third installment. Since it's been a minute, definitely wasn't expecting a third installment. But I mean, you know me, man. I love all kind of films.
Yeah.
I can find something good and even some of the worst. But I'll be excited to see the project when it comes out or whatever. But now, one thing I do want to ask you: the character Mike.
Okay.
Didn't he have cancer or something? Is he still alive?
In the second one, he did.
Did he? Is it cancer free?
Well, he was being treated, so I'm not like. Of course, people can be treated and
but I'm like, man,
he was sick in the second one. Jill Scott's character was taken care of.
Yeah, but the way they were making it seem like he was not gonna last.
Well, apparently he lasted, and Janet didn't.
Man.
Just saying.
Terrible turnaround.
Just terrible saying, turnaround. Man. But it will be on Netflix. It's a Netflix original. Because Tyler Perry has this deal with Netflix, and so it's one of the films that he's producing for them. One big name that was added to the cast is Taraji P. Henson. What do you think about her being cast in this film, and what do you think her role will be?
Oh, man. I'm excited for Taraji. She's one of my favorite actresses. I love everything that she's in. Can't wait to work with her one day. Now, I don't know what her role... I don't even have a clue of what her role could be.
I don't either.
Unless for some reason they recast the Janet Jackson character and Taraji is that. But I don't see that.
Yeah, I don't see that.
I don't see that. But so, I don't know. It'll be exciting to see what her character is and if somebody is marrying her. You know, because Mike didn't have a girl in the last one, so maybe Mike got married or is getting married, and they're trying to convince her not to marry Mike.
Well, from the details of the plot, I think they were saying that Marcus and Angela's one of their kids is getting married or something like that, and so everybody's coming together. But they find out how much their kids are like them.
Oh, wow.
And that's part of the plot of the stories from what we were being told. But,
I like that, though.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what comes of it. Like I said, that marriage is going to bring everyone together. So, we'll see what kind of drama unfolds. And
it's going to be full of drama.
I'll tell you.
Especially with Angela.
With Angela, I'm going to tell you, one of my favorite scenes was like in the original Why Did I Get Married? It was the kitchen table scene with Mike.
Oh, yeah.
Mike was the drama.
Mike was full of the drama.
Said, you want to do this? All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
He put all the cards on the table.
He put it all out there.
And he said, Marcus, would you please tell Angela?
What he say? Put her out of misery or whatever. and let her know.
Could you imagine somebody doing that to you?
Man, no. No, ain't no way in the world I'm gonna even think about that one. But
exactly,
no.
It would have been some consequences. It would have been some furniture moving at that table.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
it would definitely been some furniture moving at that table. Some consequences and
repercussions. Exactly,
because
man.
you're not gonna eat my cornbread. No, sir.
Man, so what do you guys think, man? Are you excited about the new Why Did I Get Married again? Are you gonna miss Janet Jackson, or will she make a cameo? Is she gonna even be in the project? Leave us your thoughts and let us know what you guys think about it.
Yeah, man. Sympathy cards for me, cause
sympathy cards.
Yeah, man, cause I'm about to cry now, man. The way Janet, man, come on, bro.
Too funny. So next up, man, we're gonna talk a little Frankenstein, man. I don't know. Did you get a chance to see the trailer that just dropped?
Yes,
man.
I saw it, man.
Yeah. So what did you think about the trailer?
Man, off the top, it's a very dark.
Very dark
movie.
Very dark.
Frankenstein is a true monster in this one.
He is, man.
And he's not taking no mess off of nobody.
No.
Now, in the trailer, what I saw is usually when he's creating the monster of Frankenstein's monster, the doctor is creating the monster. You normally see him laying out on a slab or whatever, and he's, connecting the electrodes to him or whatever to try to bring him to life with the lightning. Yeah. But in this, he raised him up on a cross.
Yes.
Now that
yeah, man. I was
like, okay.
It's a different take, man. But we talked about it, a few weeks back, man, or a few shows back.
Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro, man.
Yeah, man.
Like it's like he's doing a very different take on this character.
Yeah.
It seems to be a very grounded take.
Yeah.
On Frankenstein and the whole world of Frankenstein, man. But man, the trailer was amazing to me.
Yeah, man. The trailer was amazing. Watching that horse out there, that frozen horse, that did something to me. I was like, man, is that horse frozen? But yeah, man, it's gonna be something. This is gonna be a very dark one.
It definitely is, man. Director Guillermo del Toro, this version is going to lean very heavily into the darkness and emotion and spectacle, at least it seems. We finally get a clear look at Jacob Elordi as the creature, and we'll be talking a little bit more about him later in the show. But the trailer seems to set up the creature's origin, and it appears to be made from the bodies of soldiers, is what it looks like, because it looks like he's kind of patched up.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And Oscar Isaac is going to play Victor Frankenstein. It also stars Mia Goth and Christoph Waltz, the great Christoph Waltz. And man, it's going to be hitting theaters October 17th of this year. And then it'll be on Netflix November the 7th, man. But man, it's just like the film looks amazing.
Yes.
Jacob Elordi looks very intimidating as the creature. And man, looks like he's gonna do some damage out there.
Oh yeah, man. And Netflix got one with this one.
Yeah, man.
Just from watching this trailer, they're gonna do great behind this one.
Yeah, and a lot of it was all practical effects, man.
Yeah.
That was one of the major things that was highlighted when Guillermo del Toro was talking about this film and producing the film, that he wanted to stick to mostly grounded practical effects.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so I'm excited about the new Frankenstein. It comes out October 17th, just a few weeks away.
Yeah.
During this Halloween season.
So
it'll be awesome. And then it comes out on Netflix on November 7th, man. So you guys stay tuned for that. I know I'll be watching it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be a 2 snaps.
Definitely. It really will, man. I think so, man. I'm calling that one right now. I believe that one's going to be a 2 snaps, man. So, but that's it for our headlines for today, man. So, Johnny, what's the question of the day, man? What you got for me today, man?
Yeah, I got a question for you. So today's Be Kind Rewind is we're dealing with the movie Scream.
Okay.
1996 Scream. But did you know, before I get into the question, there was a 1981 movie called Scream?
Never heard of it.
Yeah, so it has nothing to do with the Scream franchise as we know it.
Was it a horror as well?
Yeah, it was a horror. It was about a group of teens group of teens that went on a rafting trip, and they stopped in this old ghost town to spend the night. After they decided to stay, the raft ended up getting taken away. It disappeared. Somebody took it.
Okay.
And then they started being killed off one by some mysterious killer.
Interesting. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I've never watched the film.
Okay.
But I when in my research, I found it and I was like, I may check it out. I may check it out and come back and talk about it one episode this month.
Let me know.
But for our question of the day.
Okay.
I usually try to set it up for you, but usually when I set it up for you, that gives you enough time to think. So I'm not going to set it up for you. I thought about that all day long. I'm not going to set it up for you. But so here's my question. But it's dealing with Billy Prescott and Sidney. Okay. So in the movie, when Billy came to see Sidney, when he snuck into her room, he said he was at home watching something on TV and it made him think of her. What was he watching on TV?
Gotcha. Okay.
You sound like you already know the answer already. Gotcha. Okay.
All right, got it. So you guys, if you know the answer, put it in the comments below. Send us an email.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys think.
Man. I done got him once. I'm going to get him again.
Yeah, I mean, he probably will. Now, in my defense, when you did get me, there was a lot of noise going on. There was a lot going on. We were at Sidewalk, man.
It don't matter.
There was a lot going on, man. There was a lot going on. So that's in my defense. But you got me. Regardless, you got me.
Okay.
I admit, you got me.
Okay.
You got me. But, again, if you guys know the answer to the question, leave it in the comments below.
That's right.
Man. So next up, we're going to Forged in Steel.
All right, Bruce, man. So for today's Forged in Steel, we're going to talk about something that's going on right here in Birmingham.
So what we got?
And since it's October, we're doing Halloween this month. I want to talk about something that Create Birmingham has going on actually October the 11th.
Okay.
They're doing a practical FX workshop. They're talking about showing you how to apply special effects makeup for injury, for on stage and on screen.
Nice.
So yeah, man. So that's going to be pretty cool. You know, I've always been a fan of special effects, especially with makeup and things of that nature, man. And seeing how people have black eyes or a bloody nose or a cracked skull or whatever the case may be, man. So yeah, I've always been a fan of that. I may even try to make it out there to that.
Man, it's awesome. You know, Create Birmingham is always doing some wonderful work, and I mean, this is right in time for the Halloween season.
That's right.
And you know, especially like for the practical effects or whatever. You know, Tara Merriman, who is
she's a great
based
one.
here out of Birmingham, is like phenomenal when it comes to like practical effects, and you know, we work with her on Morning Dew.
That's right, man.
And,
she was
you know,
amazing.
Yeah, man. Like the injuries and the gunshot wounds.
Yeah, man. I was
the blood. It was crazy.
I was right there watching every step when she was applying that makeup and stuff because it was fascinating to me.
It's very fascinating, man. Like amazing work, man. So shout out to Tara. And also, man, if you get a chance, definitely check out what Create Birmingham is doing. They're doing some wonderful things in the community, and you know, it affects the entire state, not just Birmingham, but the entire state. It all trickles down.
That's right, man.
Yeah.
Create Birmingham is, you know, we've gone to some of their meetings and get-togethers and workshops and things like that. So, you know, to see that there is an entity in the city that is for creatives and by creatives, man, is special for the community, and they do a lot. Yes, and they help you out in ways that, because I remember us going to one of their meetings, and there was a lot of people there who are just getting into this industry, and they were, for lack of better words, very green. They were very green. And some of the questions that they were asking, you know, I was sitting there like, wow, I couldn't believe somebody was asking those type of questions, which, you know, at one time, those questions were questions coming from us. Right. You know, but
it's good to have, you know, Create Birmingham or an organization like them for creatives and for potential filmmakers and actors and actresses and anyone interested in any part of the industry that they can go to and they can ask these types of questions, man, because everyone starts from somewhere.
Yeah, and Create Birmingham gave out a lot of great information. You know, stuff from, they help you from making sure that if you're trying to film in certain areas, that locations, the businesses and if it's residential, that those people in those areas know that you're going to be there, so they coordinate with the city and with the businesses and the neighborhood associations to make sure that everything is safe for everyone involved,
Yes.
and that no one is getting the police called on them because this particular scene may have had a gun in it,
Right.
and somebody's passing by saying, "Hey, somebody's outside with a gun or whatever." So Create Birmingham helps to make all that stuff safe and cohesive, and they work with you from start to finish on your project. So again, big shout out to Project Birmingham. And again, October the 11th, which is Saturday, October the 11th, they are doing a practical FX workshop. It is from 3 to 5 o'clock. And if you're interested, you can go to their website, or you can go to Eventbrite and type it in, and you can find it and purchase your tickets. And also, man, shout out to my brother Sean. His birthday is October the 11th.
Wow.
So that's my middle brother.
Happy birthday,
that's
Sean.
That's my middle brother, man. So yeah, shout out to my brother, and happy birthday, man. Happy
birthday, man. That's awesome.
So, man, yeah, that's it for Forged and Steel today, man. Go and hang with Create Birmingham and learn how to put on some makeup.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So next up, man, we'll be talking about a little James Bond news, man, with our Take Two.
I'm ready.
All right, so again, man, for this week's Take Two, we're talking a little James Bond, man. Denis Villeneuve has been, announced as the director of the new franchise, man. I'm a huge fan of his work, man. The work that he's done on the Dune franchise has been amazing. Oscar nominated for those particular films, and just one of the best directors out there today. But also, we're going to be talking about who could be wearing that suit, man. But I do have a question for you, though. Like, I know we're talking James Bond, man, but are you a 007 fan?
Am I a 007 fan?
I mean, it's a
legit question. It's a legit question. Yes.
Okay.
And I've always been a fan of James Bond from the first movies on up until now.
Okay.
But you're asking the question, who could be wearing that suit?
And we're going to get into that. We will be getting into that because we'll name a few people.
We'll name a few, but I want you to know that I am the real life 007.
So you're the real 007?
I'm the real 007.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Because, and I'm going to put this out there. Okay. I ain't going to give you the whole story, but the last 3 digits of one of my most important numbers is 007.
Okay. 007.
So I am the real 007.
You're the real 007?
I'm the real 007.
All right, we sitting with the real 007.
I'm the real
y'all.
007.
Man. Yeah. But man, lots of news been making the headlines about the James Bond franchise, man. So we'll go ahead and dive into it, man.
Let's go.
All right, for those who don't know, Amazon MGM Studios is now in full creative control of the Bond franchise. And it was recently announced that Denis Villeneuve, who we talked about earlier,
that's right,
the director of the Dune franchise, and one of the best directors out today, love his work, has been tapped to direct the next 007. Just hearing that made me excited.
Yeah.
It really seems that they're looking for a bold and fresh new take on the character. And as we, wait for the casting announcements, the rumor mill has definitely been spinning. So we will break down what it all can mean in the world of 007. Like, what does this all mean for 007, man? Just first of all, just having a director like Denis Villeneuve join the franchise. Yes. When I heard that announcement, I was super excited, man, because I'm a big fan of his work. And again, like, I can't stress it enough, and I know I said it about 3 times already, but he is one of the best directors
he is
out today, man.
He definitely is.
If you haven't watched Dune, man, you don't know what you're missing, man. But yeah, he's a very great director, man. But I'm interested to see what this take of James Bond could be, though, because last time we saw 007, it was Daniel Craig.
That's right.
And he was a bit older.
Yes.
But this time they're saying they want to take, potentially cast an unknown actor for the role. Yeah. But one thing that they did mention is that they're definitely going younger and looking for someone that could carry the franchise for years to come.
Yeah. So, I mean, the one thing that like I said earlier, I am a huge James Bond fan. But the one thing I want to see even though they're bringing in a younger person to play James Bond and can potentially take the franchise for even more, more years to come and give us some more exciting James Bond films. But I want to see a black James Bond.
You want to see a James? So now that has been discussed before, and there have been names such as Idris Elba.
Yeah,
has been discussed.
He would have been at the top of my list to play James Bond, but since they're looking for someone younger.
Well, I mean, they mentioned the guy. They mentioned the guy from Bridgerton. What's his name?
Yes, I can't think of his name, but you talking about the guy from season 1 of Bridgerton?
Yeah. I can't remember his name,
he would be a great.
They mentioned him.
I can see him being a great James
also,
Bond.
the name of Damson Idris has been brought up.
Definitely.
Man, and he, he definitely has the chops to do it. I can see him pulling it off.
Oh yeah, I can see him pulling it off too.
I can see him pulling it off, but I believe that this time around they're going with the traditional James Bond, only younger.
Traditional. Good way to put it. Definitely good way to put it.
The traditional James Bond. But there's always been rumors of them doing a character similar to James Bond.
Yeah.
But make him an African American.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like I think at one point there was even a potential of a Halle Berry spinoff from when she was in the James Bond franchise. Yeah. So, but getting back to the casting for this, some of the names that have been brought up is like, again, they're going a little bit younger. So one of the names that was brought up was Aaron Taylor Johnson. I'm not sure if you're familiar with his work, but he was in the Kick butt movies.
Yes.
He was in Godzilla.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And he was also in the recent Kraven the Hunter film, I believe, man.
Yeah.
And he definitely has the physicality to pull it off. I can see that. And he's got the acting chops, man. So
definitely has the acting chops.
I can see the physicality.
Yeah.
So what do you think about him?
Is he smooth enough though?
That's the thing, man. Like
is he smooth enough? Now, I know his work. I've seen him. He's great. But is he smooth enough to be Bond, man?
I agree, man. Like James Bond just has to be. I don't know. I just see him being that smooth, but he can be rugged when he needs to be.
Yeah.
I think Daniel Craig was able to pull it off. Like on both parts.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see. Another name that's been brought up is Henry Cavill. Even like his name has been mentioned, and I think he's been up for the role before.
Yes.
But I believe he's kind of out of the age range.
Definitely.
I think he's a little bit too old.
He's a little bit too old.
I'm not sure how old he is. I think he's probably closer to 40 if he isn't already 40.
Mm-hmm.
But they're looking for someone that can carry on the franchise for years to come. But I think like if he were ever to be named, I wouldn't be mad at it at all because he could. I think he could pull off both the smooth part
he can.
And definitely the rugged, aggressive Bond.
I wonder how young in age do they want to go? Because do you want to see a James Bond that looks 25?
But they're looking for someone.
Or do you want
I think they're going back to like his beginning though.
Oh wow! Okay,
I believe so.
That's so it would be somebody.
Because they're
in
looking
their 20s.
Again, they're looking for someone that can carry this franchise for years to come.
Okay, so they're
because if you start with someone that's already like almost 40, then it'll basically be the same thing as the Daniel Craig franchise.
Yeah. So okay, that does something a little bit different then to know that this particular James Bond can take it back to his origin to when he first became Bond 007 and then take it on for another 15, 20 years.
Potentially.
Whatever, potentially. Yeah. At least another
10.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay.
Another name that's been brought up is Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
I love Tom Holland. Tom Holland he's a phenomenal, excellent actor, man. And he's done well in the Spider-Man movies.
Yes.
And, I've seen him in other projects, and he's great. Does he look too young to be Bond? But again, they're starting at the very beginning.
So I wouldn't say he looks too young. I wouldn't say he looks too young since they're starting at the very beginning, but again, can he be smooth? I mean, truly smooth.
I mean, he's got the acting chops, and I think that's the most important thing, just being a great actor. And I think all the names that we're talking about, all of them are great
Yeah,
actors
definitely
and
great
great
actors.
talent.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think they could potentially pull off whatever is thrown in front of them.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
So, man, another name that has been brought up recently is Taron Egerton, man. I'm not sure if you're familiar with his work at all, but, you know, he was in the Kingsman films.
Definitely.
And, man, a great actor as well, man.
Yes.
So, like, what do you think about Taron Egerton?
Now, with his work in Kingsman, he, to me, would be the perfect James Bond.
So you like that choice?
Yes, I like that choice. I like that choice. That right there would be my number one choice.
Wow. I like Taron Egerton as well.
Since they're going traditional.
Right.
You know, with James Bond, and he would be my number one. He would be at the top of my list. If I was doing casting,
and he's like 35 years old, so I think he's at a good
but he
age.
looks still young. He still looks
young.
younger than 35 because I wouldn't even thought he was that old.
Right, and I can see him carrying on the franchise for at least 10 years.
And again, man, his work in Kingsman, the boy was smooth.
He was great.
He was great.
The first Kingsman was amazing. The second one,
you always with them second ones. But
no, they're always with the second one.
But I can really see him doing it. I can see him doing it, and again, he would be at the top of my list. If I had to do the casting, he would be my choice for James Bond.
Okay, nice. So one more name that has been brought up, and we kind of talked about him a little bit earlier, is Jacob Elordi, who's playing Frankenstein in the new Frankenstein, man. And he's the Australian actor behind the show Euphoria, Saltburn, and the upcoming Frankenstein film, which we just mentioned. And it's being reported that he's being quietly pushed by insiders as a contender for 007.
Wow.
Although he isn't British, that may not disqualify him, because I don't know if you remember this or not, but George Lazenby, who also played Bond, he was Australian as well.
Yes.
So, you know, but I think Jacob Elordi I think he's a great choice, man. He's a great actor, first of all. I don't know if you've seen him on Euphoria, but he's great.
Yes, I have.
And I think he was also up, like, at one point mentioned in the role of being the new Superman before David Cornswet got cast. But, man, he could definitely pull off the physicality. I think he has the look for Bond. And, again, he's an amazing actor. So, I mean, I could see him as well.
I can see it, but I'm still going with my pick.
Taron, okay.
Yeah.
Not mad at it, man. Like, I think all of them are great choices, man. So, if any of them were named, I wouldn't be mad at all. Wouldn't be mad at all. Now, Denis Villeneuve is being listed as an executive producer on the film.
Okay.
And it's being written by Stephen Knight, who's known for Peaky Blinders.
Okay.
So, I mean, they have a great crew, great writer, great director, man. I'm excited about it, man. But let me ask you this.
Okay.
What are some of the things, like, you're a James Bond fan, as you've mentioned, and I am as well. What are some of the things that you're looking for in this brand new, fresh take in James Bond?
Again, man, my number one thing for Bond is got to be the smoothness.
Okay.
Got to be the smoothness. Because Bond is a ladies' man.
He is a ladies' man.
He's a ladies' man.
Shaken, not stirred.
I'm looking for some great tech.
Yeah.
Definitely some great tech in this movie, man. From a car to a plane to something.
Well, I'll say this. It'll be interesting to see what Villeneuve does, man. Denis Villeneuve does, because, you know, he's known for a lot of his sci-fi work.
Yeah.
Now doing something like Bond, which is somewhat grounded.
Yes.
It'll be amazing. I think he'll do a great job with the tech and,
yes,
everything that James Bond has access to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely see that happen.
So I'm definitely looking for that. Beautiful women.
Hey.
Beautiful women. I'm ready to see who that leading lady is for Bond.
Yes.
You know, man, because he's just that dude, man.
He is that dude.
He's that dude, man. So,
let me ask you this. Who is your favorite Bond?
Who is my favorite Bond?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I may have to go with Pierce Brosnan.
Okay.
Pierce Brosnan was my favorite Bond. What about you?
Sean Connery, man. I'm going with the OG, man.
OG.
The OG. Sean Connery, he was just so smooth, man.
Yeah.
All of them have been great in their own right.
But that voice that Sean Connery has,
was just,
man. Yeah.
Like, just and the way he delivered his lines, it was just like, he was just too smooth, man.
Yeah.
Love Sean Connery in the role, man. But I like, there's been aspects of each Bond that I've loved from each person that's played him.
Yes.
From Roger Moore to Pierce Brosnan to even Timothy Dalton's Bond,
Okay.
And Daniel Craig, man, I thought was phenomenal in the role, man. And each one brought their own kind of unique style to the role, man. So again, I'm just looking forward to whatever they produce. It'll be Amazon's first time working on the James Bond franchise because as we all know, the Broccoli family was in control of the James Bond franchise for many years. So this is the first project without their attachment to it.
Wow,
so,
and it's gonna be something different.
Yeah,
it's definitely gonna be something different.
Yeah. So what do you guys think, man? Are you interested in the new James Bond? Who are your choices to be James Bond, man? Let us know in the comments and leave us your thoughts.
That's right. I'm still gonna get that James Bond or my 007 tattoo,
007?
But I gotta make it something unique away from the movie franchise, but just to let them know that I am 007.
007 right here, man. Yeah. 007 right here. So you know what we're getting into next, man?
What we getting into?
Our main topic of the day.
Man, okay, I'm ready for it.
A lot to discuss here, man. So, and we mentioned it a little bit off the top, man. So Tilly Norwood, which is an all AI actress.
Yes, 100% AI generated.
100% AI generated has been making a lot of headlines recently.
Yes, she has.
In the news.
And I say she because it's a female character, but she's not real. But when you talk about her, you gotta make it seem like it.
It's crazy, man. So Hollywood has seen rising stars, overnight sensations and comeback legends, but now it's facing something entirely new, an actress who isn't even real. Tilly Norwood is the world's first all AI generated actress. She's already made a lot of headlines, like we talked about. She's got a short film credit. She's got agents sniffing around, and she's been making a lot of headlines, sparking outrage across the industry. Unions, actors, and even stars like Emily Blunt are speaking out, calling her a threat to creativity itself. So the question is, are we looking at the future of Hollywood? Do you see this being the next trend of Hollywood for getting talent like this? Because there are real agencies looking at her to be representation for this all AI actress.
And we've talked about it before.
We have.
And we've done a couple episodes dealing with AI. Yeah. And we have.
Seems like we're mentioning something about it's either if it's not reboots, we're talking about AI like almost every week.
And we have an amazing behind the lens coming up pretty soon. Ooh, but it's crazy, man, because you have real actors and actresses who are in an uproar over something that was made in a computer.
Yeah.
That's made in a computer. And to say that, is it going to be me, a human, or is it going to be this AI-generated actor, actress up for the part?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then if it gets to that point to where it's really a thing, who's going to win the Oscar? Who's going to win this? Who's going to win that?
But I mean, there's so much discussion about this, though. I mean, like the one thing that a lot of people say is that AI can't.
It can't give you that human emotion. It can't,
and it doesn't have soul. That's the thing. There's no soul there, but. I
showed a friend of mine a picture of her. I asked him, I said, have you ever heard of this actress Tilly Norwood? And he was like, no, I haven't heard of her yet. And I said, well, they're painting her to be the next Scarlett Johansson.
Wow.
And he was like, Scarlett Johansson? I said, yeah. I said, let me show you a picture of her. And I showed him a picture, and he was like, man, she's beautiful, and I wonder, can she act and all this other good stuff? Yeah. And then I said, well, she's not real.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, she's not real. He was like, what you mean? I said, she's AI generated.
It's crazy, man.
And he was like, what? And I'm like, yeah, dude.
It's crazy.
Taking over the game.
So, again, Tilly is a fully AI generated character created by the AI talent studio Sequoia. I believe that's how it's pronounced.
Yeah.
And her credits include the short AI comedy sketch called AI Commissioner. Again, man, recent reports have stated that, there have been talent agencies that have been showing interest in this character or this AI generated actress. And I'm not sure how that works, but SAG-AFTRA made a statement condemning the use of AI performers, stressing that creativity should be human centered.
Man, every time we talk about AI, I kind of get a little speechless.
It's a touchy
Because,
subject, man. Because
and it's not the fact that even with me that of it being touchy, it's just the fact of I sometimes I don't know. I don't know what to say when it comes to it, man. Because I mean, you got actresses and talking about you should boycott any
yeah,
agency
yeah,
that wants to use her. They're talking about her being in up for roles and going for special appearances, but virtually. The company that even put her out or created her, even when they
Sequoia.
did their announcement of her, all the people that you saw, even in the announcement, all of them were AI generated.
Yeah,
So it's like, eventually, man, it's going to become, if they don't do something, it's going to be what's real, what's not, and everything that we watch, we won't know what's going on with it
yeah, and you,
unless we're creating it.
yeah, and you touched on it earlier, man. Like you mentioned how like a lot of actors and actresses are upset. Well, one actress, particular Emily Blunt, recently reacted to the AI actress, and she made it clear she sees this as a scary step in Hollywood. And that her concern is that AI performers could strip away the human connection that makes acting so powerful, and that's one of the things that we talk about every week, man.
Yeah.
That soul that we have. So the real question is, does she have a point? Are AI actors undermining what it makes to make a film authentic, or are they just another tool that the industry will learn to adapt to? Like, what do you think about that? Do you think they're a tool that the industry will adapt to? I mean, AI is here. I don't see it going
It's definitely
anywhere
not going nowhere.
anytime soon. I think I told you like off camera that I had a conversation when I was away in Minnesota with a guy who works in tech, and one of the things he was telling me is that he doesn't see AI taking jobs away. He sees it more so as a tool
Yeah.
that we can use, like and even conversations that we had with Kevin the Kid, who was on our show some time back,
Yeah.
where he said that it's the future of the industry, and it's almost like it's the new internet boom.
Yeah, and it's definitely the future of the industry. It's the future of the future, basically.
Mm.
I mean, because AI is everywhere, and everything you do, from even just the updates on your smartphones.
Yeah.
They're coming out with some type of AI applications in your phones
Right.
every day. Every update, you're getting some type of AI update in your phone.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, as far as the human condition part of it, and taking over in that area, at the moment it's still so fresh and so new to say that it's gonna be able to do that and make us so what's the word? What am I looking for? So disconnected from that human emotion to know the difference or to feel the difference in it right now. But as far as Hollywood adapting to it, they're gonna have to.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to, because there are so many smaller companies that are coming out with this technology, and it's advancing.
It's advanced
every
so
single
much.
day.
So much, yes.
That you can go out, and as Calvin has said, and as even in a future interview you will see with Jonathan Younger, what he said, as far as being able to take a $30 million project and it be $30,000 or whatever the case
And that's
may
one
be.
of the pros of using AI. It's
Yeah.
like it cuts production down
Definitely.
significantly.
Yes, and he was even saying that I'm not going to give much of the interview away, but one thing he did say was, even with creating a film like Echo Hunter, which took a couple months to make, some of the prompts that they were putting together, they were able to do that in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Now,
And
now
that
the
was
time is
and that was then.
yeah, and now it's like the process is sped up even more.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not going anywhere.
No, because so here's the thing. You just mentioned it. Production costs is cut significantly.
Yes.
Another thing is you always have availability.
Yes.
From the AI talent.
Yeah,
like you don't have to worry
you don't
about
have to worry about them
my
being
schedule
on,
is
yeah,
all no
being on
schedule
another
conflicts or
project.
nothing like that. Like
Yeah.
there's always availability.
And if you're creating them, you're not paying them.
Right.
You're not paying them to be in your project, and depending on how fast these applications are working, man, you could probably make 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 projects at one time.
And the other, I would say, pro is that you can be as creative as you want to be.
As
like
you want to
anything
be.
that you want to happen with this talent, you can make it happen.
That's crazy, man.
It is crazy.
So I'm like,
it is crazy. And
you don't have to worry about people getting hurt.
No.
Stunts,
all of that stuff.
And you can do whatever you want to do with it. It's, man,
now
again,
you mentioned that AI is getting harder and harder to tell like what's real and what's not.
Mm-hmm.
And matter of fact, man, it was maybe like a week ago. You sent me something, and I had to tell you, like, that's AI.
yeah, I did. I sent you something, and at first glance, I was like, man, this is okay.
Yeah.
And then you was like, man, that's AI, and I was like,
well, I sent question mark, question mark, question mark.
Yeah.
Is this AI? And then you were like, well, dang.
Yeah. As I went back and looked at it, I was like, man, that is AI.
They're fooling us, man.
Yeah, they fooling us, man.
Yeah, they are fooling us.
They fooling
us. It is getting harder and harder to determine, what's real and what's AI generated, man. That's how good and how far along they've come with this technology, man.
Man, I feel for single people.
Well, that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, man.
I mean, that could go a whole bunch of different ways.
Man.
So one of the things that the creators of Tilly has pushed back on is like they're saying that she isn't a replacement for actors, but she's a piece of art.
A piece of art.
A piece of art. And I can see their point, but actors are talking about it potentially being a replacement.
Yeah, man. A friend of ours just sent us a message, and he said it was something else dealing with AI, and he was telling us, he said, man, it's not gonna be that they replace us as far as the workers, the AI itself. It's gonna be the people that actually use the AI that's replacing everybody else,
right.
Because the AI doesn't create itself.
Exactly.
Somebody else is creating it, so it's gonna be the creator of these applications, these actors, actresses, these new worlds that we're able to use in film and television, that's taken away everything that's real from the ones that are actually going out there doing that type of work. So
now let me ask this, and this is a question for our viewers as well. Mm-hmm. Do you think our viewers or like us or anyone will be able to accept an all AI generated character, like emotionally connect with an all AI generated character on screen? Do you think that will ever happen?
Yes, I think it's happening already.
Yeah,
I think it's happening already with certain things that you see on, not so much in film and television yet, or even a lot of short films, independent stuff that are being put out there, but just from social media.
Yeah.
People are falling in love or being infatuated with so much stuff that is being put out there that is AI generated or whatever. So, man, I mean, you have to pay closely attention to what it is that you're consuming and if it's real or if it's AI. I mean, because again, for somebody watching our show, if you don't know Johnny and Bruce, you don't know if we're AI.
You don't know.
We could possibly be.
I mean, it could potentially be the future of casting. We don't know. We don't know, man. So what do you guys think, man? Are you excited about the possibilities of seeing an actress like Tilly on the big screen? Or do you prefer the traditional ways of, casting and seeing your favorite actors and actresses on the big screen? Leave us your thoughts. Let us know what you guys think.
I'm gonna say this before we move on, but man, you have people who have worked their whole lives.
Yes.
To be actors, actresses, directors, casting directors, set designers, all this stuff, man. These people have had these ambitions, these dreams since they were kids. It was something that they saw someone else real do that made them say, I want to do that with my life.
Right.
And now things could go to where you say, wow, I want to be like that creator and create something like this for somebody else. But there's no, your connection to what you're seeing on screen is based on the person that's actually creating it. And you don't even know them.
And here's another question for you though. Like, who are they basing these AI models off of?
That's
Because they
right.
have to learn from someone. They're not learning it on their own. So who are they learning like the techniques of acting and the emotion? Like they have to learn it from somewhere. So
Is
so
it,
what's
it's built in the programming though.
but
I think it's built in the programming.
but the emotion you have to like you have to learn it from somewhere though. They have to they
I don't know anything about it, but I
like
think it's in the prompt.
isn't it based off of
I
an
think it's in.
actual
I don't think so. I think it's in the prompt or saying, because computer systems are very smart.
Sure.
And they learn on the. It's crazy. Computers learn on their own. So to say, type in a prompt of anger,
Right.
or happy, or sad, or be sexual, or whatever.
Yeah.
That stuff is already built in, and the computer already knows how to do it. The computer just doesn't have a body to actually act on these things. So once the character is created and the prompts are set in, then it can do whatever you want it to do, and sometimes it may even be better. That's the thing. It may be better than the human that's actually doing it. You may have 10, 20 takes to get it right. With a human character, you may only get it on the first try.
Well,
With
potentially, but you might have to do a few prompts
Well,
before
you may
get
have to
the
do a
right
few
one.
prompts,
So,
but like
yeah,
we said earlier, this stuff is learning
it's learning.
every single day, and the applications are growing, and I mean it's getting faster and faster and faster, and so, man, I don't know.
Man,
Like I say, man, every time we talk about this, it gets crazy.
it blows our minds,
Yeah.
man. But what do you guys think, man? Are you excited about the possibilities of an actress like Tilly, or do you think that it's taken away from the industry? Leave us your thoughts. Send us an email. Let us know what you guys think. Yep. So next up, we have one of our favorite segments, Two Snaps.
Two snaps.
Two snaps.
All right, man, we in the Two Snaps, man.
Two snaps.
I love this segment, man, and man, it's crazy because like last week, man, our producers did you dirty, man.
Man,
They did you dirty, bro.
I'm not even gonna talk about it.
What? I mean,
Because I'm expecting it to keep happening,
What?
especially now since we're into Halloween. It's probably gonna be something done with my face on it every episode this month. So I'm just, hey, I'm here for the ride, bro.
man, we all here for the ride.
I'm here
man.
for the ride. It's funny to me. I enjoy it.
It
It's
is funny, man.
It's
It
funny.
is funny. I know I got a good, healthy laugh off of it.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
But man, so this week, man, we'll be talking about two different projects.
Two different
very
projects.
different projects, man. Like one, we'll be talking about Gen V,
Mm-hmm.
which is a spinoff of the hit series The Boys on
Mm-hmm.
Amazon Prime. And we'll be talking about
We'll be talking about the new Devon Franklin and Tyler Perry project that's on Netflix, Ruth and Boaz.
well, good deal, man. Tell me a little bit about Ruth and Boaz. I don't know a lot about it. I've heard about the project, but I haven't had a chance to watch it.
Yeah, man. So I read some months back that Devon Franklin and Tyler Perry had struck a deal with Netflix to do some faith-based projects, and Ruth and Boaz was going to be one of those projects. And so it was funny to me because I had just myself had written a more modern version
I remember that.
of
that.
Ruth and Boaz for a group that I'm a part of, and I had when I heard that they were doing a movie about it, I was like, man, that's crazy. Wasn't crazy, but I was like, I can't wait to see what their take is versus some of the stuff that I had written. But to see it, man, it was very interesting. It was a different take from the biblical account. They stayed true to the biblical account on most of it. But in this one, Ruth was a R&B singer. She was a part of a group.
Okay.
Excuse me. She was a part of a group, but she just didn't feel right by being in the group. She wanted to get away and wanted to do her own thing. And she had a boyfriend slash fiance. I don't know if they were engaged yet. I can't remember. But she had a boyfriend, and the mother was not feeling her for real. The mother, which was Felicia Rashad, played the mother. She wasn't really feeling her at all. But she wanted to get out of the group, and the guy who was the manager of the group, when she told him that she wanted out, he was like, "Look, there's no way you're getting out of this. I didn't put up too much money. You know, you owe me over $300,000 if that's the case, and you don't have it to pay. So you're definitely not going nowhere."
Wow.
And so we know in the biblical account, Naomi, which is the mother-in-law, lost her two sons. Her husband had already passed. All she had was her two sons and her two daughter-in-laws. And then the sons passed, and it was just her and the daughter-in-laws. But in this take, the husband and the son got killed because of Ruth.
Wow.
Yeah, because of Ruth. So the music manager actually killed Naomi's husband and Ruth's boyfriend and told Ruth that he did it.
Okay.
He told her that he did it and told her that she didn't want anything else to happen to anybody else that she loved or cared about. And so when Felicia Rashad's character couldn't take it no more because after her husband died, she lost everything. And the bank took everything back from her. They foreclosed on her house. And she had to move back to Tennessee, where she was from. And she moved into this house that she owned, but it was a rundown shack by now.
Okay.
And so Ruth, wanting to get away from that scene and the people that she was around, she took the trip with her and said, just like she told her in the Bible, wherever you go, I'm going. I'm staying with you. So she went to Tennessee with her, and their relationship ended up blossoming or whatever. And then she ended up getting a job at a grape orchard.
Okay.
Owned by this guy named Boaz. His last name was Azra. And so he went, first name Bo, last name Azra, as we know in the Bible. Boaz was the character in the Bible. And so they end up falling in love. And, at first they had him as like, he had never been turned down by a girl before because he was the rich guy in this small town.
Guy.
Yeah, rich, smooth guy in this small town. And, but that's not the reason he was drawn to her. He was drawn to her because of her beauty. But at first she didn't know he was the owner of the field, just like in the Bible. Just like in the Bible. But even when she found that part out, she was like, oh, so, you think I'm supposed to wanting to be with you because you the boss, you the man, you own all this stuff or whatever. But they actually started falling in love with one another, and he found out that she could sing, and he actually put her with Babyface, because Babyface played a character in the movie. He played himself. He played Babyface, and she becomes his wife. In the end, they get together, but the dude that ended up killing her ex-boyfriend and his dad came back to get her, to take her back home, and he was threatening to kill Felicia Rashad's character, but Boaz whooped him. Whooped him, boy. And Boaz whooped his you-know-what.
Yeah.
And so they ended up going to jail for it or whatever, man. But again, it's a great movie. It was a great take. It was when they said faith-based, it was faith-based.
Okay.
And, I was happy and surprised about that at the same time. I knew it was going to be because of Devon Franklin.
Right.
But to me, man, it was a great movie. I'll watch it again. Watch it again. And it's Tyler Perry.
Okay.
Yeah,
man, I'll have to check it out, man. So we'll get your review in just a little bit. But for right now, since you talked about Ruth and Boaz, I'll talk a little bit about Gen V.
That's right.
All right. So Gen V is a spinoff series set in the same universe as The Boys, man. Now, while The Boys focuses on a corrupt group of superheroes, I guess you could call them like a corrupt version of the Justice League.
Okay.
Right? There's a group of vigilantes who, fight against them and try to, bring light to this dark world, I guess you could say. But for GNV, the spotlight is on the next generation of soups. The show takes place at the fictional Godolphin University, which is a college run by Vault International. And it's a college where young superheroes are trained, they're ranked, and molded to become like the next big stars in Vault's empire. Now, the main character, her name is Marie Moreau. She's a young woman who has blood manipulating powers, right? And so her dream is to become like the first black woman to join the Seven. And the Seven is what they call this world's version of, I guess you could say, the Justice League. It's just I guess you could say an evil version of the Justice League, right? And Vault is the company that's behind them. They're the one who created all these soups and came up with the, I guess you could say, like the CERN, where they were given like what's called Compound V to these people, unlocking all these different powers that they have. And so like everyone who takes Compound V gets a different set of powers, similar to like mutants in Marvel, how they all have different powers. So that's kind of how this world operates, right? And so Marie, alongside her classmates, there's this one girl named Emma who they call Little Cricket, whose power is to like she can grow smaller, but she can also grow in giant in size. But they call her Little Cricket because of the fact that she grows small. Then there's another character named Jordan, who's a shapeshifter who goes between being a boy, male or female. Then there's another character named Andre and another named Kate. And Marie and the team, they discover a lot of hidden secrets at the university and a lot of cover-ups or whatever. So going into the end of the first season, because of them, discovering these secrets and then trying to expose them, they're all imprisoned. They all become imprisoned and locked away so that they can't tell what's really going on and what Vault is behind and, everything that's going on in this universe, right? And so season 2 picks up with them still in prison, but Marie has escaped. Now, the character of Andre, he ended up dying in prison trying to use his powers to escape because it was so much of an overload for him. He just couldn't take it and he died. But it's shown off camera. You don't see it on camera, but Marie escapes. They're released from prison, and they discovered that the school is now under new leadership from this guy named Cypher. And he's basically turning it into like a military training ground because at this point, there's been a lot of disruption and, the conflict between humans and soups is at an all-time high. And so like he's training and preparing like all these students for what he feels is coming ahead, which is a battle with humans, because there are so many humans in the world. He feels that they could overtake all of the superheroes, or I keep calling them superheroes, but a lot of them aren't superheroes. They're just soups in this world because they're not heroic at all. A lot of them aren't heroic at all. Now, one of the things that he states to this character, Marie, is that he feels that she has the potential to be one of the most powerful soups in this universe, even more powerful than Homelander, who is this world's version of Superman. Right? He has all the powers of Superman, but he's just like an evil and corrupt version of Superman. So, but man, there's a lot of twists and turns throughout the season. The character of Kate, who in the first season turned on them and was very manipulative towards her teammate or classmates, she's had like a kind of redemptive arc going on. Like she's had a change of heart, and she kind of sees everything that this university and what Vault is like really standing for, and she is now trying to make amends for everything that she did wrong going into the first season. And she's feeling really bad about the death of Andre, this character of Andre. Also, and we talked about it kind of off camera, but like the characters of Marie and Jordan had a relationship in the first season. Well, that carries over into this season, although there's a little friction between them at the very beginning. And this character Cypher puts them against each other, where they actually have to fight one another. And at this time, Jordan is seen as the #1 ranked student at the university, and he sees so much potential in Marie, and he wants her to become that #1. And so they're put against each other, and they don't want to fight each other, but he makes them have to fight each other, man. So I mean, there's a lot going on. It's a much darker tone than it was in the first season. The character of Cricket, like in the first season, was very bright and bubbly, but this season just like a lot darker tone. But it fits in line and falls right in line with the series The Boys, and then even the first season of this. It's like they pick right back up where they left off. So it's been good so far. I think there's been about 4 or 5 episodes, and that I've watched, man. So I've enjoyed it so far, man. But those are that's what I think about the series. I think it's a great series so far. But I'll share my review of it after you share your review for Boaz and Ruth.
Okay,
Ruth
man.
and Boaz.
Yeah, man. So again, Ruth and Boaz, Netflix, Tyler Perry and Devon Franklin. Great movie, man. It stayed true to the biblical account for as much as it could. And then it added its own twist and flair to it as well, which made it a great experience to watch. So, man, after watching it, I'll give it 2 snaps.
Wow.
I'll give it 2 snaps.
Man, I want to watch it, man.
Yeah, man.
I want to watch it, man. It sounds like an interesting take on the story of Ruth and Boaz. So,
yeah, man.
I look forward to seeing it, man.
Cool.
And it's on Netflix, right?
It's on Netflix.
Okay, good deal. So next up, I have my review for Gen V Season 2. Again, I think they picked right back up where Season 1 left off and where the boys left off, man. And, I love these characters. The writing on this show, I think, is wonderful. I'll say this, it's not a show for everyone because it's a very violent show. And there's a lot of, how would you say it?
It can be risque.
It can be very risque. That's not the word that I was thinking, but that's the perfect word for what where I'm going with this. But it can be very risque. So it's not a show for everyone. But I think the writing is the thing that stands out at the forefront. The performances are great. So if I had to, I give it 2 snaps, man. I've really enjoyed this season so far. I'm looking forward to seeing where they go the rest of the season and how it ties back into the boys.
Yeah, man. I watched Season 1. And I plan on watching Season 2 as soon as I can come up for some air.
Yeah.
Then I
know your schedule is crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
So and I know you watch a lot of different programs, and it's hard to get caught up on a lot of shows. So.
But when I get some time, I'm definitely gonna watch Season 2.
Good deal. So what about you guys? Have you seen either one of these shows? Do you plan on watching them? If so, please share your thoughts, leave your comments with us, and just let us know what you think about these 2 shows.
That's right.
All right, man. So next up, we have our question of the day. Our answer to the question of the day.
Yeah. So again, our question of the day is coming from our Be Kind Rewind, which is Scream.
Yep.
And so Billy and his girlfriend, he comes to see Sidney, and he tells Sidney that he was watching television and something reminded him of her. He started thinking of her. So what was Billy watching on TV that made him think about Sidney?
All right.
Yeah.
So I think I had 2. I got 2 in mind.
Now, you can only give me 1. You can't.
I want to go one way, but I think it was The Exorcist.
Dang.
I think it was The Exorcist.
You are right.
That's right. Wow, man. Now I know the other movie I was thinking about was Halloween, but I think he had mentioned that for it was somewhere else in the movie. I want to say.
I think so.
I was thinking that, but man.
But when we get into Be Kind Rewind, I'm gonna give you what Billy said and the reason why.
Okay.
He was thinking of her.
It's interesting to think of The Exorcist when he's thinking of your girlfriend.
Yeah. I'm watching The Exorcist and I thought about you.
I know.
So
man. You let me try to say something like that.
Man, I'll be staying at your house if that was me.
And but man, so on the tail end of that, man. So let's go ahead and get into our Be Kind Rewind. Be Kind Rewind videos. I look out.
All right, so here we go. Scream came out 1996.
Man,
29 years ago.
I can't believe it's that old, man.
29 years, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so this movie came out 1996, and it starts off. It's a scary movie that's for the premise of it is dealing with scary movies.
Yeah.
So they're talking about scary movies in a scary movie and how your life is a movie. There's one part excuse me, there's one part where Billy even tells Sidney that, your life is a movie. You just can't pick the genre, which was cool.
That's a cold line.
That was a cold line to me, But the movie opens up with a young girl at home by herself, getting ready to pop some Jiffy Pop popcorn.
Played by Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore, yeah man. And she's getting ready to pop some popcorn and watch her movie, and her phone rings.
Yep.
Her phone rings, and you hear this person with this distorted voice on the other end, and he's pretending like he had dialed the wrong number, and then he starts to flirt with her a little bit, and next thing you know, he tells her, "I can see you. I know what you got going on," and she starts to panic, and she goes to the house, and she's locking all the doors and making sure she's safe, and she done hung up the phone on this dude a couple times, and next thing you know, he tells her to turn on the back porch light, and she see her boyfriend tied up in a chair all bloody.
Yep.
So she has to play a game. And she gets one question right, and then she gets the next question wrong, and the question was about the movie with Jason Voorhees, which is
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
And so the question was, in the original movie, who was the killer? Who was the original killer? And she said it was, Jason, and he told her wrong. If you, truly was a fan of the movie, it was his mother. Mrs. Voorhees, who was the original killer. Jason didn't come into the project until the second movie. And so he ended up gutting her boyfriend right then and there. Mm-hmm. And then so she got out of the house, but they ended up killing her, man, and her parents were like right there on the steps going into the house as she was getting stabbed. And then her mother is listening to her getting drugged off. And then her mom comes outside and see her hanging from a tree. Yeah. Hanging from a tree.
What's crazy about that, though? So Drew Barrymore was like a huge star, right?
Yes.
And the way that the film was marketed, she was all on the poster.
Yeah.
She was very heavily marketed in all the trailers, man. And then she died in the first 5 minutes of the film, which was mind-blowing at that time to see something like that happen to Drew Barrymore, somebody, on that level, man.
Yeah,
so
man.
It was just way ahead of his time.
Very beginning of the movie.
Yeah, very beginning
of the movie, man. So it goes on to see Sidney Prescott, who is the main character in this film, and
played by Neve Campbell.
Yep, played by Neve Campbell, and Ghostface is killing all these other people just so they can try to kill Sidney.
Yeah.
It's really not about the other people. Now, some of the other people Ghostface ended up killing because of some stupid something they may have said or the way they may have been acting or whatever, but everything was based on Sidney and her father and Billy's mother, Billy's father, who had dated Sidney's mother, cheated on his wife with Sidney's mother or whatever. And behind that, he lost his family. So now Billy wants to kill Sidney and blame it on her father for tearing up his family. So, but you like I say, man, this film.
Wait, I thought it was his mother. No, it was her mother.
It was Sidney's mother and Billy's dad.
Okay, yeah.
I remember the movie. I remember the movie.
I'm trying to get mine right. That's
okay.
All.
Oh, you trying?
Okay,
yeah. I'm like, man, come on now. Don't be. If you had a question or thought I was wrong, take a break, take a pause. Don't say it in front of our visitors.
In front of the guests. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man, we got guests.
I have to apologize.
Don't you ever?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Disrespect me in front of guests again.
I can't do that in front of the company. I'm sorry.
Man, don't ever do that again.
My bad. But you were saying.
So yeah, again, this movie again is a scary movie built inside a scary movie, talking about scary movies.
But you know what? Is it really scary? It was funny to me.
It was funny because of two characters.
Man.
It was funny because, well, I'll even say three characters.
Three.
I'll say three characters. It was funny. And can you name those three characters?
Well, one was Dewey.
Dewey, yes.
One was Stu.
Stu.
And then was it Randy?
I would say.
What was what's his name?
I was gonna say our girl Courtney Cox character.
Nah, Stu, because it was Stu and then the other guy, like not Billy, but what was the other guy?
Oh, you mean Billy's partner?
No, Stu's partner.
Stu's partner?
Stu and Billy were the killers.
Yeah, Stu and Billy were the killers.
But the other guy, was it Randy?
Randy, yes, Randy.
Randy
was the one that worked at the movie store.
He was funny because originally it was teased or hinted at that he might be the other killer or the other killer, him and Stu.
Yes.
Between the two of them, but like he ended up being innocent.
Yeah, being innocent.
But he was funny in the film.
Yes, he was definitely funny in the film.
He was funny in the film.
And going back and watching this film, man, it's looking at it now and seeing some things that Billy did or Billy would say, especially when he was talking to Stu. It was like, man, how could you not see or truly know that they were the killers?
Especially Stu, though.
Yeah.
Stu was just off the chain.
He was off the chain.
Yeah, he was
But
different.
when they were sitting in the courtyard at the school after the initial murder, and Stu was like, I didn't kill anybody. And then you see Billy look at him and say, no, you didn't kill anybody. Shut your mouth, basically telling him to be quiet. I'm like, man, they're giving it away right there. But again, man, I mean, like you say, it wasn't a scary movie per se.
The writing was excellent, man.
Definitely.
Like when Billy is stabbed by the ghost face, like you're thinking, oh well, it's definitely not him.
Yeah.
At that point, you're thinking it's not him. And then when he comes out and, Sidney's being chased by the ghost face killer, and then he comes out, he's, bleeding and he's staggering in there, and then he just stands up straight.
Yeah.
It's like corn syrup.
Corn syrup. Yeah, man. It's crazy.
And
then another thing that made you...
that the man that she just was with is now the person that's been killing all these folks and who's trying to kill her.
Now, Sidney had been trying to save herself.
She's been trying to save herself, man.
And Sidney said, I wish... What she had said right before she had gave herself to him, they were talking about this. It was the scene where they were talking about life being a movie, and you couldn't pick your genre. And she was basically saying she was tired of her life being like a rom-com or a love story. And she was saying that she wished her life couldn't be so rom-comish or a love story or whatever. That she wished it could be a little bit more. Something else. And
risque.
Yeah, that's a great word to use.
That's the word of the day.
That's the word of the day, risque. And so the look on Billy's face then was like, I'm okay. And next thing you know, Billy tries to kill her after that, which was his whole plan in the first place. But I thought that probably would have changed his mind, being a little risque with her. But then I guess being risque wasn't,
wasn't his purpose.
It wasn't his purpose.
That
was just a icing on the cake.
Means to an end.
Yeah, means to an end. Icing on the cake, cherry on top, whatever you want to call it. But again, man, going back and watching Scream, it really showed me some of the things that I missed all that time ago and watching this film. And I couldn't believe I missed all those little, I guess, Easter eggs they were dropping about who the killers could have been.
Yeah, there's a lot. Of course, you mentioned her briefly earlier, but Courtney Cox was in this. She played the reporter.
Yeah, Alabama's
Gail,
own.
Yeah, Alabama's own. Courtney Cox was in it. Man, just so many great, so much great talent for that time, man. Matthew, what's his name? Matthew Lillard, who played Stu, man. I love Stu, man. Stu was my guy.
Yeah.
Like, man, he was he was just unhinged.
Yeah, definitely off the chain. He was very disturbed.
I mean, even after, it's revealed, it's them, and then they have to stab each other. That was the funny part to me, when they had to stab each other. And, Sidney was telling him, you're going to jail, and, like Billy had this reason. He was like, "What was your reason?" He was like, "Peer pressure, man." Yeah. You know, it was like Stu was my guy, man. Yeah. He was just so funny, man.
Yeah, Stu was disturbed. Billy,
he was really disturbed.
Billy was just insane.
Stu was sick. Yeah.
Yeah. Stu was disturbed and sick. Billy was just insane.
Yeah.
Because even when it came to that part of them having to stab each other, it's like Billy really enjoed stabbing Stu, man.
He did, man.
He really enjoyed stabbing his boy.
Stu said he was getting woozy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that boy thought he was going to pass out.
He said he was getting woozy, man. Good stuff, man.
Good stuff, man. But so that's what, we're going to have more stuff like that throughout the month for
Halloween, man.
For Halloween.
Yeah, that's one of our favorite, I guess you could say, scary movies.
Yeah.
I don't consider it to be too much of a horror.
Yeah, not really.
I don't even consider it to be too much of a scary movie, but it's a horror genre.
Horror comedy film.
There it is, man.
To me, horror
That's
comedy.
Exactly what it is, man. But those are our thoughts, man. What are some of you guys' favorite films, man? Maybe we'll do a Be Kind Rewind of those, throughout this month. So, man, share your thoughts and leave us some of your ideas.
One thing I think we should do one of these shows for Halloween is we should give our top 5 most scary horror films, whatever you want to call them, but films in that genre. And I would love to see some of your thoughts about what some of yours are, so we can even talk about those on the episode. So send those in.
The week of Halloween.
The week of Halloween.
The week of Halloween. So send in some of your ideas, like some of the films that you guys watch that you want to see us cover potentially, and maybe you'll see something that you choose that we cover.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So, man, that's another edition of the 515 Real to Real podcast down, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Same way we did. The email is there at the bottom of your screen. Send us your thoughts, your comments, like, share, subscribe to all of our social media, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok. We're on Spotify as well, too. Mm-hmm. So check us out there.
And also be sure to check out our Behind the Lens series, where we talk to a lot of creatives that are behind the scenes.
Yeah, man.
And that's why we call it and reference it as Behind the Lens.
Behind the Lens.
Because you get a little bit of their story, how they came up, how they got into the business, and they give great advice on things that you can do for those who are interested in the industry of how you can, get into the business, man.
That's right, man.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that, man. But, were you about to say something?
I'm going to interview you for Behind the Lens.
Well, I'll interview you as well, man.
Okay.
We'll interview. We need to have, we need to have a show when we have the whole squad.
Man, you know what? I was thinking about that, and you know what'll be a great time for it?
When?
Thanksgiving.
You just might see that happen, man, where we talk to our entire crew, man. And, you'll see a lot of the people behind the scenes, a lot of the people that work with us, a lot of people that work on the show. You'll get to see them in front of the camera. And we'll get an interview with them and learn a little bit about them, who they are, what their goals and ambitions are, and some of the things that we're working on, man.
Yeah, people just see you and I, but
that's right.
Man,
there's a lot of people behind the scenes.
A lot of people behind the scenes.
Yes. So,
we got a whole squad.
So stay tuned for that as well. But, man, again, we want to thank you guys for joining us on this edition of the 515 Real to Real podcast. Please stay tuned, again, for the Behind the Lens series later this week. And also stay tuned for next week's episode of the 515 Real to Real podcast. I'm your host, Bruce, and this is
JT.
We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.